am. You mama say you big for nothing. The name they call you na Popolibo. Even the picking where you born, no, they call you failure. Even the woman where you get, so they call you failure. Be patient, to them go reach, to them go come. By God in power, by God in power, by God in power, by God in power. This year, na then go shame. If they try, na then go fail. Then the start up them, then the fire them, then the fire, fire. Tender, fire, fire. Wicked people, fire, fire. Tender, fire, fire. Every day, now I allow. Now big trouble, Think for it, Nanambara. Now big trouble. Poverty, now Mr. Big Man. Poverty, now Mr. Bad Man. Forget the way you look, you compete. Look better, go compete. Forget the way you feel, you compete. Look better, go compete. What's not got now in the shape? Now in the shape. All man go get. Hey, hey. Yeah, by God in power. By God in power. By God in power. Tender, fire, fire. Wicked people, fire, fire. Tender, fire, fire. Here me, Walibena, Emo, Domo, Tender, fire, fire. Tender, fire, fire. Wicked people, fire, fire. Tender, fire, fire.
On the beats.
Oh na 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 na. See na act mannequin. Yeah man. Something they up in this net. Between me and you to this net. Baby girl, you know me interest. So let the guardian angel witness. Where they bless you with me sweetness. Oh yeah. Turn your light down low. Turn your light down low. Baby, turn your light down low. So baby, come on, keep it on the low. Yeah. Anything for you. I go do anything for you. Anything for you, my baby. Tell me what you need to feel. Look inside it, tell me what you need to see. Put your hand, tell me what you need to feel. Look inside it, tell me what you need to see.
Say I'm tryna holla mama. Stop the faking girl, give me your number. You baby girl, I don't wanna. If any man test you, not drama. See, I like English when I deal with the grammar. I like you pass rest, show me to your mama. Yeah, listen, it's the pow. Una call act when the guy we know. Say each and every time if a man come test, we go die. And you know, say each and every time if a man come test, we go die. Say, baby girl, I bring it back. Treat me like a good song and bring me back. Say, sabi rap a tam pom pom pop a double dum boom.
Something that happened these nights. Between me and you to these nights. Me and you to get one big bet. Me and you to go gas all business. Me and you to not fit in bed. Right. Turn your light down low. Turn your light down low. Baby, turn your light down low. So baby, come on, keep it on the low. Yeah. Anything for you, anything for you. I go do anything for you, anything for you, my baby.
Some charity organization then never eat people money no more. Some charity organization then never eat people money no more. They sabi. They know they did not help to people then at the wall. But then charity, then left to God. Well, the real charity organization will always they support them, picking them what they need, what they support people them all over West Africa, not them. Some charity organization then never eat people money no more. They sabi. They know they did not help to people then at the wall. But then charity, then left to God. Well, the real charity organization will always they support them, picking them what they need, what they support people them all over West Africa, not them medical speak and spoke a light to the world. And I tell everybody, that's why I boku thing they don't do. They don't build school, not plenty Africa country them. And more especially not West Africa, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, go Gambia, they don't build it, including Sierra Leone. And they don't help boku people them, for let themselves not say, the charity organization wasting them best in the UK, so not up a lie. Then they pull their money, contributing for help people them, not Africa. And not to no other charity organization, not Bamoma organization. Bamoma organization, the slogan says, together we can make it happen. And they don't make it happen, well, now then get them dinner, where they take place right inside UK, that's in London, England, yes, inside British. So now already, Bamoma charity organization, they have vulnerable children there. And on 14 September this year, 2019, then dinner will take place right inside UK. Now, River of Life Center inside UK. So that be great. Me say Africa for that day. For sure, I said this charity organization mean a vulnerable big man, adults, picking children. So they will all support them. 14 September inside UK, River of Life, where Bamuma Association, one a charity organization, they bring come this sweet dinner and celebrate for the fauna. Well, now look up some of the things them what Bamoma charity organization don't do. Well, any information what you want now, you can contact them people here. Prince Koroma, Kalawa Toure, Abdul Toure, and Madam Kadi Koroma. Bamoma organization. Bamoma organization. Together we can make it happen.
The Lansar Union UK, Look, proudly presents Just Dance. Look, Me, Are, Look, You, Volume 2. Saturday, 26th of October 2019, at JK Banquet Hall, Forest Hill, London, SE23 2NE. Doors open 8 PM. Fee £25 flat. Music by DJ Little & Co. Come and support Look for the betterment of the Lansar community in the area of education, health, art and culture. For info, call 0783 765 6229
money with the one, that's what them say. Me know they jump for me, you know where. Papa just say, anytime I catch up now holiday, now holiday. So now forgive me the pay. I want enjoy me holiday. I'm Slim G, I leave you melody. I saw we hustling, body do no money me. For this same money thing, but could them a funny me. All kind of one name, I saw them a calling me. So, me pick up all the hustlers in the streets where they find it difficult for getting or eat, yeah. not easy. Some not even get sight for sleep. I for they say, cry you baba day. They said they go sabi usai the money day. Yeah, me not go the wrong way. I just believe say me I must sabi day. Man them day I still lay also for the paper. No the joke, no the bluff of the paper. I say we day I still lay also for the money. Money make me draw the man tongue. We wake up on me time, sleep no day. How we dey hustle for the paper every day. Money rules the world, I saw them say. Me no dey joke for me, oh no way. Papa just say, anytime I catch up now holiday. So now forgive me the pay. I want enjoy the holiday. The holidays.
Awaka soto gbenge teke awaka top kalo wilo mi gbeng bito wa teke le me yaka uska de gelenge awaka tori nek gbenge awama ma wona mi moke de bito wa
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but I can't rank one. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
Good evening again to all our viewers. Welcome to Diaspora Voices. This is your usual program inside Salone. My name is Ahmed Sesay, and this is
Mr. Alusine McFoy. Good evening, listeners.
Tonight we'll be looking at very, very sensitive issues relating to our Sierra Leone itself. We'll be looking at the first of the topic that we'll be looking at tonight. We'll be looking at the cancellation of the by-election in constituency 110. As usual, guys, feel free to contribute. You can call us tonight. We have a temporary number. This number is only for one night only, so feel free to call us on 079 03 233 737. Once again, I'm coming with that number, 079 03 233 737. So tonight we'll be looking at the cancellation of the by-election result in constituency 110. We are very much aware that this was an emotionally charged election. After the cancellations, we are also very much aware that there were a lot of resentment from some quarters, and questions were raised as to the legality as to why this election was cancelled. So basically tonight I'm here with my colleague Mr. McFoy. With you guys out there, feel free to come in and chip in with what you know and how best this could have been handled. So I hand this over to you, Mr. McFoy, so that we can look at this crucial issue of why the issue around the cancellation of the by-election result in constituency 110.
Again, listeners, just a quick one. We want to apologize for the other panelists, Mr. Ahmed Sesay, which normally there with me, when they are due to unforeseen circumstances. Mr. Ahmed, we know say you're safe and you're good. Again, we will miss you in the studio today, so hopefully you are around next time. Again, thank you, listeners, thank you, viewers. This is a program where we for all contribute. That program will a participatory program. Again, the number where we need for call and the number we need for contact is 07 903 233 737. Or if you're out of the country, out of England, you go dial +44 7903 233 737. Again, the family will all know about the election will happen recently in a constituency 110 and the decision of NEC. NEC means the National Electoral Commission for cancel the results. We all know that don't brings beaucoup problem with country, beaucoup couscous, beaucoup trouble. We only look at the legality of whose law we give NEC the right for cancel a whole election. We don't get 93% of the vote already counted and verified. We make the why them for cancel election day. You know, we get different quarters of different people where they talk say, well, NEC not be supposed to do one, NEC not supposed to do one. But then they don't left and give land, so.
Yeah, sure.
They don't have this kind of court. But what they look at the the waiting make then cancel the election.
Yeah, sure.
Waiting bring the cancellation of election. Now, if you can remember, this constituency, were very we very contentious. For the mere fact, say, because if MPO be the day, we High Court rules say you not get right for in a parliament because you not go parliament the right way. So then call for rerun of the vote, and now the rerun of the vote and this will happen on Saturday 24.
Yeah, 24. Yeah.
Okay, we all know say there's a certain group of the political spectrum of SALONE and the APC party. We're not glad with the way them people them come to parliament, and we know say there we get small couscous between the APC and the SLPP. We allegedly the other person they run for constituency 110, Madam Jackson, alleged say them damaging was $17,000. They threatened life and can't burn it. They want burn the holes. Them burn this. Them burn that. A lot of accusation was made. Again, I repeat the word accusations alleged. And with police force, SALONE police, being very very swift in making arrests, charging people, then charging them to court, and then people they almost a whole month remanded in prison. Now, only last Friday they released them.
Yeah, sure.
So,
yeah.
You know, so for me, when you talk about the Spur, the reason make the cancellation, obviously the reason make the cancellation of violence. We all see, and then even you don't get for see the area. Yeah. Some people there go to the polling station, then go damage electoral material. Okay, we all see that they live, and what we see as well, because you know now anti camera they don't like this days. So we camera they put on before you, then they lie. But you know them people don't take them picture. You know that technology for begin doctor images and put people in a zone.
No.
You know, so we all see, you know, what thing happen and the level of disdain and the level of contempt where the people that will go do that violence they get for the people of SALONE. We then go say they get right for go, we people don't go cast the sacred democratic right where we papa they we grandpa they don't fight for, they don't die for, rebel don't care, they don't chop people their hand up, they don't burn people that most of we suffer the consequences of war. And we still suffer the consequences of war.
Yeah, sure.
For able to get that kind of legal vote, we suffer under colonialism, for get that right there for vote. Where some few thugs, you know, and for me, I want to say backed by the SLPP government. But I'm not going to say that day. The reason I cannot go say that day, you cannot get evidence. But by all, this is an SLPP operative then, go na studio, na police station, go damage votes. And for me, the question is, they don't go damage the votes. Would they see the images, the police and team up there, even a cabinet minister, cabinet cannot team up there, and he was fighting very hard for defend the ballot box. And we see them pull and come in their hand. You know, police were standing there. Not a single arrest was made. Not a single arrest was made. The security forces were armed. They had guns. They could have shot in the air and dispersed that crowding. Yeah, but they didn't do it. But, what a call? Okay. Sorry, viewers. We get a caller on the line. Hello, viewer. My name is Alusine McFoy. What are they talk?
Hello, caller. Hello, who's on the line?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are they call, please?
I'm Samuel from London.
Okay, Samuel. Samuel, how are you, sir?
Yeah, so now we discuss I want to give you a view
Okay.
in regard to the cancellation of the election 110.
Okay. Well, you know, we just start for discuss the.
I think say the election of this and the right decision and take.
Hold on a second.
Hold on a second. We got small technical issue here that we try for sort out.
You get me?
Yeah, we get you.
Yeah, because police station there was bad practice where some people don't know whose party or whatsoever we go there where they destroy the boxes. So from that reason, because you know we go announce winner where a lot of one police station about 2-3 where anything and they happen. And again, the area where they get like the long case where some they will say between two parties where some people and then at Pademba Road, where later on they will get for grant them bail. So that case they on so now constituency where then the election commission have to be very careful for make any decision. Because in regard, I want to make a reference to which similar thing happened to Liberia, their own by-election as well. They get one district 15. That's similar is the violence where some people have been got wounded and they burn property. So when their own election commission they come in, they call all the parties that were involved. They try to do like a mediation, and they get a by-election. And that one, according to our watch KMTV, that one they be go peaceful. And that is the terror they be get out. They don't make any political party where the party color. And nobody, wherever they go vote, nobody sing any slogan. So I think say, SALONE, if they get a re-election at 110, they will follow that step there for make their life be peaceful. And I will contribution on that.
Okay, thank you very much, Samuel.
Okay.
Again, a good contribution. Again, what you do now, solutions going forward. But going back to what we try for discuss now, waiting. Now for continuing for the watching program, Samuel, thank you very much.
I will.
Okay, but what will be discussed now? The background to the cancellation and why the result was cancelled.
Yeah.
You know that the violence will take place. We fully agree. Say that violence is not supposed to take place. But that violence will take place. Now make a cancel election. So what will be the look at is whether NEC get right for cancel election or they get right for call the election. If they believe say that one party in cause the problem. So why the whole constituency for so far we make way a few people that will cause violence and an area where for me the security forces their action seems as if they were complicit in the violence itself, you know, because again why I want to draw this analogy when the allegation was made against APC operatives where security forces not been the day. They went around, as soon as they called him, they arrested locked on Panamba Road. They had about 20-something people locked in Panamba Road. But with this case, I think up till now, there's probably only 2 people being arrested, and we don't know which other people there. The main culprit that would call on that case there, none of them are in prison. None of them are locked up in Panama Road. None of them have been called, and will not see them go court. You know, so for me, the question is, what's going to happen? Are the security forces complicit? Did they connive and work with them people, or because a sitting government supports them, they not get any right for arrest them or any afraid for arrest them? So, waiting to stop the security forces for do their work, as they do with the one that will have been APC member there, where the running mate, not the running mate, sorry, the other aspirant for constituency 110 make allegation and call about 20, even people in the Kisi constituency chairman and stuff were locked up in Panama Road, you know. So for me, why this not happening? You know, why this not happening? I mean, we'll talk about why the cancellation, why NEC don't cancel. We may not say NEC is supposed to cancel. NEC is supposed to declare that result there and say these are the people that will win and cancel the election day, because we get the precedent for set. Christina Top, under 2007, cancel the whole district election and declare APC winner. That's a lot so.
Yes.
So we get that precedence they would not set in the electoral system, where if they been declared according to some SAPP supporters, them SAPP will have been in power. SAPP will have been the party in governance in 2007 for the election, but then cancel Kailan. Why? Because of violence, not so. But not cancel the whole national election. So why not use that same party, that same precedent day for do what they're supposed to do? And the question goes, conspiracy goes say, is it because the APC won and not to done the result we they want, because then they serve a political masters there, and they serve people that once kill and kill with democracy, because anybody will interfere with that kind of thing there, one kill with democracy, and for me the enemies of the people of Sierra Leone, because the people don't suffer. We as a nation don't suffer tremendously for secure vote. We don't suffer tremendously for secure peace. We don't lose we brother on each side, whether you're APC, SLPP, QIK, C4C, PMJ, we all don't suffer. We war come, when destruction come, and the pick color, and the pick party member, and the pick is now we the people in the suffer. So for me, anybody where they interfere in destroying the democracy of the country, now an enemy to the state and an enemy to we people then. So I still see on Mr. Sports, they ask say, this Arata and then people who they mention when an SLPP strong supporters them boy they name video where everybody knows that SLPP members them. Why are they not in Panemba Road?
Okay.
Why?
Before they answer that question, we don't ask Mr. McFoy. I really want to compliment with him, Mr. Samuel, your stock. We they try to outline the reasons why the election result was cancelled. Because in the first place, the process was not credible. Because the result, when the result will be end up get out of this election, the entire process was marred by violence. So the credibility was compromised. So we will all see, like how you talk about, we all see what that happens. Some people go take ballot boxes, they break them before, all the same. So if you, as an electoral commissioner, see the kind of thing that will happen and see, you're gonna be so bold for announcing the result there. Then coming to your point, we bring the comparison between constituency 110 and 2007
cancellation.
Kalon district cancellation. You have a look at the demographic variation. A national election, you have a look at it's a large scale election. When you look at a constituency election, that's quite minute. You understand? So so we can still cancel the Kalon Court barrier. The circumstances are quite different.
How?
You understand?
It's violence.
Because
it's not fraud.
No. There is a difference.
No,
there is a difference. There is a difference between an electoral fraud and an electoral violence. What will happen now, Kaila on this street, was alleged.
Overstuffing of ballot.
Yes, overstuffing. There were no violence. It will not be get an overly display of violence like what we see in that constituency 110. Okay. So what will happen now, Kaila on this street was a fraud. And if it is fraudulent, that's a difference. So I think the Infali edition was based on those two narratives. So what will happen at Kalan this street was fraud.
Who's law will give Infali the right to cancel election?
Well, Infali get the right for cancel an election.
Who's law will get the right for cancel that constituency election?
Well,
with 90% of the vote count.
Well, we get for level to the lawyer because I'm not legally minded. Okay. You understand? I'm not legally minded.
So
yes. But equally, the day where Infali announced it, the election has to be cancelled. I think it made a reference to something in the law. There was a legal cushion.
Yes.
We back her up.
Yes.
For councillor.
What to be premise of the law and the way
yes.
to use.
Then if we come to the people, them, I agree with you 100%. The police were redundant to that day. I mean, don't know what they did for.
And they're still redundant up to now.
Yeah, they were redundant.
Because
you cannot, in the first place, what's the essence of having you guys at the police station? If you not for the people, they go call that kind of nonsense there, when they arrest them. You understand? Salone, the problem we get at Salone, we get an age-old issue of lawlessness and indiscipline. And people get for land say, if one less Salone better, we get for left this toggery. I'm not partisan about this.
Okay.
You understand? This is not a Australian issue. Saloma leg bypass. Yes. Saloma leg no leg for go a straight way. You understand? Saloma leg couscous business. You understand? Even within we see the examples there. So we get for understand say we have to be straight. We have to be a law-abiding nation. If Saloma go before, you understand? So what did they try for talk? I agree with you. Mr. McFoy, the police not do their job, and if whoever are the authorities, then police them. What we did that day, they will face disciplinary because they were there. We see them. So in the first place, we they pay them taxpayers' money for protect life and property, and electoral materials are part of those properties of the state. They not protect them. They fail. They fail. They were very negligent on that day. They don't do nothing now. A minister of government will even interfere for separate them. Yeah. So what's in the day for?
Exactly.
So some of them police over there that day, make them bring them to book.
Well, you see,
because they don't do that.
You see, the question is, we'll not get a statement from the Minister of Internal Affairs for address that day. We'll not get a statement from State House. We'll not get a statement from the President's office. We'll not get a statement from the President. I think for me, it's slightly disappointing when we head of state not make a statement on that, because you're the leader of the nation, okay? And when you take the constitutional oath and for defend the people of Sierra Leone and for defend the constitution, and electoral laws are part of the constitution of the Republic of
Of
Sierra
course,
Leone.
definitely.
And for me, that is a big failure. And whoever they give the president advice, they don't advise them wrongly, because what the president for do for allay the affairs of a nation, for come to people and say, my government is a government of law and order, and my government will not tolerate any violence.
Exactly.
I think the president should have made that statement. That if we don't calm waters, you see, there's a diplomatic language that went out. We know what diplomatic language is. We know when diplomatic embassies issue out a statement, say we're concerned and worried. We know what diplomatic language is.
Yeah.
What that means in basic terms, and they tell the government, say you're negligent in your duty.
Yeah, you're negligent.
You're not protecting it. So whoever gives the government, whoever gives the president advice, for them look and say, "Pai, this is to you for ignore." Then I'll support her, but not for ignorance. We for at least if it's hypocrisy, forget the general population. You see, there are times where you act not for your party's sake, but for the interest of the people of the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Of the country, yes.
We elected an SLPP government not to for govern and give power to thugs because then they're part of the party. We elected a government for serve the people, whether be you red, be you green, be you golden, be you rainbow color, whatever you represent. This government for represent 7.3 million people then, rather than representing a sector or section of this. And for me, it is the feeling. So for me on side, what it seems and what it looks like is collusion. Collusion on the part of the administration, collusion on the part of the security forces, collusion on the part of the people that will run election. Because if we not sit down and allow that kind distasteful display of hate and wickedness towards the people of Sierra Leone, because the right to vote, people have been hanged, lynched, killed. People, we don't get caught time. We don't get short time.
Of course.
We know the brutality of war, because why there was a totalitarian government moving in power for 17 years. We not give people the democratic right. We cause a lot of grievances. What he end up to now arms young people and take and cause mayhem and destruction. Up till this day, we feel the tolls of that. And the president was a young man who went to war to defend democracy, to defend the people. And I expect the president to be not for compromise that.
Yeah.
Not for compromise that with young people. Not for compromise that with security. I'm expecting Minister of Internal Affairs for pull out a statement. They demand an investigation from the Inspector of Police.
Yes.
And for demand and for suspend all the security members that will be there on that day on suspension whilst the investigation is going on.
Yeah, sure.
You got a call? Speak.
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller.
Hi, good evening, Diaspora Voices.
Good evening.
Good evening, boss. How are you doing?
I'm doing this, your boy, Lumpa Pay, they call.
That's my man, Soldier.
Yes,
Soldier.
Yes, Soldier.
What's up?
I really want to contribute in this discussion a little bit, throw light in the reason of cancellation of these results, elections. First and foremost, the SFPP government, they say, SALONE like lawlessness, this and keep saying. But I watch the trend of the election when they don't conduct during this short time. I feel say that they create a tempo wherein they're not supposed for creating for the voters then. How on earth a simple by-election is a constituency election? Do they go for votes? They get thousands of military men intimidating and threatening the civil people for go exercise their rights. That's wrong. A whole minister go to a polling station where he not meant to be there, that's a create another chaotic. Going further, a state, a responsible government should have altered a statement. An instance like this way occur in a country. Under no circumstances, Ali should have not cancelled this result. They make not just because of SLPP and APC or NGC or NLC4C is looking at the whole image of the country in an international world view. Then go class we say a country not stable.
Indeed.
A by-election will not able to hold up for law, will get absolute peace. And not for cancel the election. How it will be 2023 or in a big national election, meaning the man sitting there lack the capacity for let it conduct a free and fair election. Law push party aside. Now they go straight to the national development of the country. If me an investor, I want to go invest SALONE. I look at certain things, I begin to say, MP constituency level elections, the neighbor conduct an unrest, it creates this chaos. How many they go pull million way for investor in a nation like this? So, by and large, under no circumstance, from my own point of view, the cancellation of the results happened simply because SFP don't say they lost the election. And even if they go run off on that seat, they are like they vote 10 times, that is a seat for APC, then the winner. Why they don't come peace and tranquility for let it take place at the country? It's all but when they think on the APC. Look at the arrest where they made prior to the election. Those are all strategies to intimidate the opposition so that we can unrest. All they need is politics work. Do what you have to do. People will love you and then they vote for you. SALONE mine is very, very easy for turn around when you do development. But when you want to use force for make pronouncements in the meetings, you can walk and then they walk. You got to beat resistance. And this, they cause even like, you just feel like what we call this, if I can say it's a constitution, meeting store law of motion. We say at all costs, every time, to every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. If you keep doing one thing every time, because when you get a reaction, you can't hold it. People then they get fed up. So if they contribute a whole here for let other man to get chance for coming. On low circumstances, I'm finally not supposed to cancel the election like this. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Papa Aruna. We take your contributions on board. Like we say, this is you guys welcome again to Diaspora Voices. Wanna feel free for phoning. There's no we don't get any wrong or right answers. We are all Sierra Leoneans. I want everyone to feel valued on this show. So whatever perspective anybody get, feel free to join and we contribute to all the work towards the better Sierra Leone. Mr. McFoy. Papa Aruna, just don't go nowhere. Just stay and continue for the Waji program. If you don't mind, you can call back. If you don't mind, you can call back later. We'll talk. Yes. So yeah, like what you be talk about the violence was out of order. It was the cow I wanna talk. That kind of thing. It shame a nation.
Indeed.
You understand? And as far as me personally concerned, this election results not for don't just stop at cancellations. We want to see investigations. We want to see, especially on the security side. You understand? Because we expect that the security forces are from a disciplined background. You understand? You just go to map, you hold gun in the pass, like say, they are from a disciplined background. So anybody will breach that code of conduct. This election not for don't just stop after cancellation. We want to see investigation. We want to see health role. People will be responsible for what happened in that constituency on that day, because it was shameful, very, 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 very shameful. We just come on a very bitter civil war. You know what I'm saying? Then saying that it make people recall of things they would go through. Yeah. We don't need that. We don't need that. We all APC, this SIDP, we are all Sierra Leoneans, and we all. If you not a patriot, we only have one Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is the only safe place that we have. Any side in the world. The way goes out the way they feel so my heart. Any kind of job where you get, any kind of money they get in this country, where you go in like SALONE, the freedom and the laxity and the love where they get, you get on the other side. So anybody who they try to jeopardize that, like how they talk on, we will need somebody for come forward. Now let him invalidate on side now. That's the electoral side of things. But we need somebody from the security force. You understand? Who don't come out and make a statement. You know that so when they big confidence in society. Who don't come and make a statement, say the way the security forces they behave was deplorable. We need an investigation. We want to see people suspended because that was bad. Yeah. That was really, really bad. People that have lost their life for that day. Because the security forces, they do nothing. What were they there for? What's it make we just only the election we say? If we say we the civilian, if we run that election, if we don't peaceful pass with security today. You understand? It could be saying that where they need with the kuskas.
Indeed. Again, I am in agreement with you with this. You know, the security forces are to be blamed. You know, the IG, the Inspector General of Police, you know, we don't need to make a statement. You know, they sent the spokesperson on 98.1 last week, and I felt sorry for the spokesperson because it was difficult for them to defend an action way wrong.
Oh, you
could see he was struggling to defend the action of the police. You can see it was struggling for explain how and why. You see, one thing we people don't realize that SALONE, this is the age of information. This is not 1980, where you go beat, destroy, burn, they will not see you. Now, before you perform the act, you're live on the globe.
As you don't plan yourself.
You're live on the globe. It's happening. The whole world is seeing. So you're really able to get a narrative.
Yeah.
Because the narrative speaks for itself.
Of course.
You know, and whoever advises the government, whoever they advise, the one who run this stuff, they get to understand, say, we're not in the dark ages anymore. We're not in the dark ages anymore. Unless they begin to do a blanket ban where, what's it called? Where election day, then they shut down all the network, the only network.
That will not happen, you know?
But guess what will happen? People will still record.
Of course.
People will still hold a recording device. Now a recording device can be as tiny as a pen like this. I walk with it in my pocket and I can record the whole thing.
Yeah.
Who will suspect?
I know.
So let them forget, say, the brutality and the intimidation will work. It doesn't work because what it continue for doing for expose the lack of democratic credentials. And it will turn the people against. The voters are fickle. Never take your voters for granted. Because if you never deliver for your voters, then a problem. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening. Where are the call, please?
Yeah, my name is John Cannon.
Okay. Mr. John Cannon, how are you, sir?
Yeah, good, thank you.
What do you want to say to me, sir, today?
Well, I just want to contribute to this program. We dey blame the police, but we actually see what happened on that day. Okay? We see government officials, we see the police, we see numbers of thugs them out on that day, where they walk in tandem with the police and government officials there. We see a sitting honorable with the police, some members of the SNPP, then beat that honorable there. And they arrest him and take him to police station. But we see SNPP talks them, misbehave, the police then team up there, they don't do any arrest. When I very sad day for we democracy. The election not to do or die thing na SALONE. The person will win, make we agree saying that this person no win. They announce them, they will forget about that. They will sit down as brothers and sisters and we enjoy the peace in the country. But we don't see the same pattern. Now some calling by election, where APC win, then kill posting day, then cancel the election, and they try for run another one. We see the same act will happen, the same violence. What's in them do? Then cancel the side violence place take, and then go they announced the other part then where election not take part. So the question now we me get from Mr. Sannoh we still that why SLPP they condone or they conspire with the talks then, the security apparatus for bring down mayhem in the country.
Okay, Mr. Kanu, make I answer your question straight. SLPP know they condole with any talk for Namaiwu democracy. SLPP will never do that. SLPP is a disciplined political party. We know they know they allow something like that. But as these things will happen, you understand? Where APC they in power, we see violence. The last election will happen, 2018. We see beaucoup violence happen. We see things happen in other places. We see first them. We see Sojaman they go na polling station. Even inside Freetown, we see them. They intimidate people them. There is even a video once Sojaman push person. This was under the APC administration. We saw that. You understand? So we know they can't begin the don't talk say now APC they condole. So the language where you say SLPP condemn, SLPP is a disciplined political party. And then TIO they see below they happen during elections where they happen under APC. You understand? We have seen a lot of intimidation and violence under APC during previous elections. So when they talk say SLPP they condole, SLPP not condole. Secondly, the day of that violence, I don't see anybody where we not say bad thing that happen, you understand? But me not see anybody where particularly say me na SLPP. For example, this tall guy, this way we then I don't call this place and say Angola town, where we they hit them ballot box there. Some people that they refer to and say they get some name they call something to Abu Tolombo or waiting Tolombo. I don't even know, but I cannot attest to that because me not Sabian and not wear party shirt. I'm coming. Yes, I come. So when you say it's your allegation is far-fetched, when you start this whole talk, I begin for trust with you. That's because this is our program. But when you say SLPP, no, they condole this. SLPP, these things will happen. Even inside the family, where you get picking in a house, you can most get 1-2 troublesome picking them. We just do green, they do something where the whole family go there against. That don't mean say the mama or the papa they accept her. Me never say the bone picking, but not to you have to the bone. You understand? And the SLPP now the power, not to all the picking in the country. In a what? Some people must misbehave. And I know my need for tell you. But SALONE with SALONE, what do we need for stop? Let us stop this blame game. You see, as SALONE I tell you say it was bad. All the behavior was bad. Anybody where we go cause anything was bad. But let's shame people. But I'm not saying that the government condole. This government is a disciplined government. Will never do something like that.
Well, Mr. Sannoh, I'm ready for take you on this matter.
I beg, go on faith.
Because we see exactly what happened on that day.
Yeah, we see.
We see exactly the Minister of Transport will not get anything for doing at that police station.
No, stop right there. He's a citizen. He's supposed to be there.
No. Hold. Mr. Kanu.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just come and just on that point where you say the minister not right for the day. You know, say me, I don't involve in election or don't conduct election. So I think people they will get authorization for the polling station. The minister and the one part of the people that will get authorization from NEC for the polling station. That's because in a member of the ruling government, they will get authorization for the polling station. So the
that particular
police station, yes, it's waiting to happen. With the now one grain police station, now one grain, now the whole constituency, they get people they roam about. They get people that way within the political party can roam and go to any polling station for check waiting to happen. They're like supervisors amongst the other people that they do that day. So certain people they were accredited for do. Well, during the elections 2018, I was accredited to go to almost every single polling station in Freetown. Because I was a member of the C4C party and I'm the National Police Secretary. So I've been there right there for going to different polling stations. In fact, I was allowed to travel across Freetown, length and breadth of Freetown, not being stopped by security forces. So that's not a cheap political argument what people they make. Me, I let law deal with the facts, and I let law take the facts forward. The minister was there. Me, from what I see, and I can be honest, I'm not an SLPP member of the SLPP political party, neither am I a member of the APC party. But for what I can see, I am not defending the minister, but what I could clearly see, and from every single angle of the videos, he was trying to protect the ballot of the people. That, for me, is enough. So if we want to be genuine and serious about this, let's not attack people that will do something right, because they're on the other side. Let's attack the people that will not do something right. He's tried to stop them thugs and he tried to stop the enemies of Sierra Leone, the enemies of the people and enemies of the state. He tried. But guess what? If in a minister they try as a civilian and a minister, and then the one that will get the gun and the power, we get the mandate for stop and they team up, they look there, then they pass. What do you think he could have done? The only thing he could have done was in his incapacity to say, but now stop this violence. And from videos away there, he was saying it, stop this. And that is an action we could take. You know, when we go fight somebody, punch him, kick and box him, he was looking, was like, outside the minister don't say, now stop this. Then the security force then come and can't stop that day if we don't better. Me, I don't blame the minister, because if we blame him, we're not being genuine, we're not being honest to ourselves, and we're not being honest to this. And what you want, honesty with this process. The security forces fail.
Yes.
Now, the government as a whole fail. How they fail? They fail for act after the incident. How they fail for act after the incident? There should have been a statement condemning the violence in no uncertain terms, and give the police the authority for go out and arrest. And I tell you why I use the word give the police the authority, because it seems to me our police force is being controlled by political masters. This was being done under the APC government. Where APC been in power, if you're not APC post, you do something bad, police not gonna arrest you, but they're gonna arrest people in the opposition. And it seems it's the same pattern they're following under the SLPP. So this is an institutional problem with the police force, an institutional problem, and a political problem as well, because our political leaders interfere with the independence of the security forces. So they completely control the security forces. Any government within a power, now they control the police, tell the police what for do, what not for do. And that's now in we as citizens of that country, they need for come out of the street and protest and tell them people I say, we'll give them political power, we'll not give them power for them to come make we will not slave them.
Yes.
That's now for there should be a condemnation across the nation, and if we're able to put something in place where the politicians then for give orders to our security forces. If the security forces then care about, and again I go to my IG, if you're a true patriot of the Republic of Sierra Leone, say no to political leaders who they tell the police force to do something. If you're a policeman with a phone to bar and you're a patriot of a country, say no to that minister or that party picking or that party official when they tell you, say, go arrest this person, do this, do that. Let us understand. When you go back at the TRC report, now one of the things will bring war can SALONE, because we could not bring our grievances to the law, and the law will not take us serious unless we belong to a political party in governance. Let us stop this, and we need to stop it, and we need to be genuine about this. Let's not blame cabinet, and me I will defend cabinet, because what I see not implicit in any violence. I don't know him, I don't need to know him, but we need to be honest with yourself, Mr. Kanu, and treat the issues and deal with the issues rather than partisan.
Okay, Mr. McFoy, I agree with you 100%. But at the same time, we see what happened to our Honorable Cargo.
Yes.
He get right for the day, but he was brutalized as well.
Indeed.
And the police they see exactly what happened. Yeah? So now you make a force in a real conspiracy between the government, the security apparatus, and the thugs the way them they go around.
Well, I think, say, Mr. Kanu, you get right for feel away, because again, like we start this program, I expressed that. I say the inaction of the government, the inaction of the president for come out and address this issue, the inaction of the minister of internal affairs for come out and make a statement to the country, the inaction of the vice president or even the chief minister for come out and issue out a stand condemnation of this violence, make them complicit in it.
Yeah, we understand that, Mr.
Make them complicit. That we understand. We agree.
We understand. We agree with you on that.
You know, make them complicit.
And before I left the program, I just want to give advice to we the young ones them as well.
Yeah, go on, sir.
Go on, sir.
I believe the future of SALONE being we are.
Very correct.
Yeah. And our responsibility is to see something way wrong or violence they happen at that country, we for come out and oppose that.
Yeah, sure.
But it's very sad. We the young ones there. Now we still they come out, they celebrate the act then they because of when political connections they will get.
Indeed.
That's very true.
Yeah, Moku land, Moku believe space, alone at one count where we all get. If we use politics to destroy them, now we picking them future, we they destroy.
Indeed.
So I thank you very much for hosting this program.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, Mr. Kanu, and don't go nowhere. Just stay and continue for the Watchful program. Moving forward, Mr. McFoy, you know, people we don't really talk about talks during this election. I know say a name will come up. People they say Arata, other names that will come up. Of course, ever since I just been on the radio, they say Arata. I don't want to see Arata. This being actually see a picture. The question we ask now. Yeah, say they say it's not Arata. Yeah, I see picture. What? So what enough about Arata. Now what am I see? So we don't know what they call Arata. So you understand? But we what you want to be clear about here? Who that name talks here? Is that a name? Because we don't know a name yet. We attach to anybody where be involved in this violence on that day. You aware of anybody where you came I mark where you know that this person that be involved?
Well, first of all, we don't know them personally. But there are people who don't give names, there are people who don't identify people there way deep on that violence day, and those people are still at large. You know, and the police get a lot. You know, there was a day on I think last week when the police spokesperson go make a statement say, or was it the Deputy General Affairs Minister say, we don't see evidence. The moment he said that, I think I was online watching the program. Less than 5 minutes later, there were videos being posted across the spectrum for Lacey. Haven't seen that, yes, not a single statement issued by him to say we're going to investigate. Not a single statement by the Internal Affairs Minister where they were responsible security forces. Even if the president doesn't want to deal with this, you know, even if the president doesn't want to hear about this, why did the vice president deal with this? Well, they direct oversight over the police.
Sure.
You know, we need for get this country, and we need for stop for be archaic and brutal to real people. For me, the act of smashing ballot box, it is a coup. It must be treated as a coup. Because that's not the mentality of people who don't respect people in democratic right. You know, you're an enemy of the state, and that's therefore declared. Anybody who causes that kind of violence during election must and should be declared enemy of the state and for face treason. It is a treasonous act. It is a treasonous act for smashed electoral boxes.
Of course, it's very criminal.
Criminal understatement.
Of course.
It is a treasonous act, and it must be treated that way. The security forces, the police, the government, I don't care that them picking and them party and them thugs them. They need for set an example for the country. Like when the previous caller say, in the eyes of the international community. Now there are things we call diplomatic cable, where they go out, where they advise on countries, where they advise investors, where they advise people who will come in and do something with your country, say whether it's safe or not. Most of those stuff are kept secret, whether this is a stable government system. And with this such brazen display of violence, and look, come back. You know, we expected better from the SLPP. I can say I am disappointed. I expected better from the SLPP in terms of governance. You know, the issue in Tonkolimba was mad with violence, and the same thing happened again. And you go to Kono, when they do a council ward election Kono, the same thing happened again, violence and intimidation. The people in Kono come and posting say, this is the Tonkolimba, this is Kono. You know, and that was a direct message to the government, sitting government, that you cannot come and intimidate us as you did. You cannot come and steal our vote. You see, the implication for government, we want look credible. We want and take out in democratic credentials and say, you know what, we are a democratic government. We understand the values of democracy. You know, we will defend the rights of a democratic state. Because don't forget, it was democracy that brought your government into power.
Yeah, sure.
So if you're killing it, if you're going to kill it and you succeed in killing it, your government or your party will never come into power.
Sure.
So why encourage, and for me this is the disappointment, why encourage such ghastly acts? Why give sanctuary to people like those? And these are both sides, it's not just the SLPP, these are the APC as well. Do not give sanctuary to thugs. Do not give sanctuary to people who are violent. Do not give sanctuary to people who not make home for them.
No.
SLPP, not for make home for them thugs here. Because they are thugs, they're criminal thugs.
Yeah, they are, that's what they are.
They must be kicked out. Anybody in that SLPP who gets associated with them thugs here must be kicked out of the party and must be penalized and punished. Likewise, the APC need to look at their own system as well and say, you know what, we don't want thugs. Because for 50 years, the APC and the SLPP government, they wreak havoc on the people of Sierra Leone. And the current government is continuing the same trend we're not continuing for 50 years. You came on a platform of change. You know what, I was having a conversation with somebody last, I said something to him, Sasano. You know, the person remind me?
Yeah.
He said, McFoy, boy, this is a new direction. But what you not tell you? What you not tell the nation of Salone? Now whose direction I want to take? They say new direction. But you not tell whether the new direction is a direction for good or for bad, or for better, or for worse. But the slogan was the new direction. And what we they see, this is the conversation we get. What we they see, is that this direction for the worse. Because the slogan will then sell we then think say it's like a con. For a lot of people say we're going to be better than the previous. Do not use yardstick of APC. And now any member of the SLPP government say that's what APC may do, and this APC may not do, that's under APC. I want members of this current administration to say we will not do what they did because we're better. But if you're doing the same thing with APC may do, because that happen. The same control APC they control the security forces and the police forces there. I remember what happened to Joseph Suma for just standing in the process around people. He went to Panama prisons for 4 months. He's my friend. 4 months under the APC. And you will not take habits and people and lock up Panama for over a month. It is the same stuff what APC do and the same stuff we do. So what makes you better than the APC? What makes the SLPP better than the APC? Why can't we do better as people? Why can't this government? I am disappointed. I am so disappointed with this government. I expect better from them. I expected way better from them than the way they're behaving.
Yes, I think me personally say there needs to be a reality check. And I also feel say there needs to be a total overhaul of the security. You know, I just feel say the police force and SALONE, they are not professional.
How can they be professional when they get so much political interference?
Yeah, I know. They're not professional.
When they're afraid of the political masters.
Yes, they are not professional.
They will sack them, they will punish them, they will take away the liberty and the freedom.
Yes, they're not professional, and I feel say one of the factors responsible for that is
political interference.
Yes. Because they can just pick any Jack and Gina street, they can't go join police.
Not just pick Jack and Gina street. They get people that are the high echelons of the police, the high rank of the police. We don't get any just Jack and Jill. But then people need to go directly to the command of the political class. So the executive branch is in total control of an arm of the judiciary, an arm of the justice sector. They get overall control over them, and that they need to stop. Our biggest problem is political interference in our institution.
Yeah, of course.
And for short-term gains.
Yes.
And then they undermine the fabric of society.
That's the change.
And that is why we're poor. That is why we're not developed. And that is why we're struggling or suffering. You know,
that needs to change.
All this bad economy we get. When they go and beat you again, we're not able to eat. At least we're not give it peace. We're not able to provide a daily living. At least we're not give it collateral to go sleep at night. Not begin things say, when we picking Komado, they go die. Why? Because one Christmas night when they drive with must come on my plate. And President decided they allow for drive. Ping pong. Why? Because he belonged to the current government. This was not what we voted for. I voted round 2 for SLPP because I had a conversation with the highest members in the SLPP. And when I say highest members, face to face, sitting there, I had a conversation with them. And I was giving personal assurances that we will be better. And for me, I am disappointed.
Things will be
because
fine.
I have not seen better.
Things will be fine, Chief McFoy.
They say that married for sweet.
No, it is sweet. It go fine, it go fine.
No, but listen.
These are early days. Everything will be fine.
18 months not early days. 18 months not early days. You're 1/3 into your term. The next term is another 18 months. That's all you've got. The further third term, you're preparing for election. You do not have time. You don't have time to say we'll get 2 more years. No, you don't. You have 18 months.
That's
the next
true.
18 months to fix things, to make it right. For go back to your manifesto. For go back to the words that you spoke to our people. To say we're gonna elevate you from poverty. We're gonna make your lives better. How is our lives better when the dollar is 10,000 euros? How are our lives better when a bag of rice is 280,000 euros and when the minimum wage is 500,000? How can a man of 4 people feed? Our biggest act of corruption is wage corruption in the country.
Yeah, sure.
And we thought you were going to fight it. But what are you doing? Our economy is slipping down. Our economy is going down the drains. We seem to have a finance minister who does not know what he's doing. We seem to have a finance minister who spoke about the short-term gains of the country, short-term gains. We seem to have a finance minister we not get respect for the voters. When he goes on as studio, they talk say, if SALONE don't eat boku, then they labo because people are complaining. What was he doing when he was in opposition? Hold on. What was he doing when he was in opposition? He was doing the same thing we do now. We complain about the economy. He was complaining. In fact, he was talking about the bread and butter issues that they will not be met. But what is it? He's made the situation worse as finance minister. Yes, the APC left a crappy economy. Yes, we were under austerity under the APC government. Yes, we were. But hey, we expected better. Where's the better? Well, I'll go beat you again, bro.
The thing here is, Chief McFoy, with the economy, most of the problem we raise, the price of food, the dollar, then probably an accumulative problem. A problem will be on for a very long time. And if it's not being handled well, it will just get worse.
And that's what's happening.
Yes, that's what's happening. So that's an accumulative problem. These are cumulative problems.
We agree it's cumulative. We agree it was left there. But guess what?
It was there.
Because it's not been handled well by this government. Because this government, they think outside the box. They're a tax government. They think we're going to raise revenue from taxes rather than think of stimulating the economy, rather than thinking of pumping money into the economy, pumping money into jobs, pumping money into the agricultural sector. What? We're talking about a $2 billion bridge. We have needs. Honestly, Spur, I know these guys can do better.
Definitely, they can.
But their focus is on vendetta. Personally, I feel their focus is on punishing the APC. Their focus is on punishing people rather than solving the issues of Sierra Leone. And that is why the support is winning. If you want to go after corruption, let me eat first. Then you go after corruption.
Yeah, sure.
Let me eat. But if the bag of rice is going to 300,000, and I'm a civil servant making 550,000. If somebody can give me 100,000 in my pocket for I do something corrupt, I have to feed me picking there. What do you think I will do?
I know you go vote on it. Poverty, angry belly.
Exactly. What do you think I will do? So
an empty bank cannot stand.
Exactly. So a worse economic situation, what it does, it increases corruption. When people suffer and struggle, you push people to the limit. Even good people will break. Let us understand that. Let the SAPP government begin focus on solving our bread and butter issues. We are left for focus on the APC. We are put this vendetta with the APC aside, and we think you're governing a nation. Let me start this: you're governing a nation of 7.3 million people, not a nation of 2 million people or 3 million people.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, we'll go for a break. We'll come back to the final topic again at the security forces then, and then with any questions what people can get, I'll be gonna call. The line for call now 07903 233 737, or if you call from outside Salone now +44 79 03 233 737. Now send a message to WhatsApp, we'll call, and we'll therefore take a call. Thank you.
So guys, say yeah, quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. When I just do on a day, when they come back, this is Inside Salone from Diaspora Voices. We'll be back. Just stay where you are. Don't go nowhere. Stay tight.
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but I can't rank one. If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but I can't rank one. Wills for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, oh man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wills for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
Fambolema go by the name of Succulent, and first and foremost, I just want to say thank you to all we can support me and United Artists and the past show we do, and glad you could turn up. But I just want you another surprise. The 20th of September coming, me and United Artists and all the DJs and artists and promoters there, you know, let we come na club Nollywood September 20. September 20 for just 10 pounds. Carlo can get good time. You know, the performance, not to alter the deal. I get plenty more, plenty for you. You know, I want to get a good time. I can enjoy, you know. Can enjoy salon music. Can enjoy entertainment. So all the artists that we can I have to my own respect. You can have DJs and promoters then. You know, the other organizations, they are the core of the beginner. So now I can be part of this historical event where the goodbye show, whether the 20th of September, my club Nollywood, from 10 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock. From 10 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock. It's not for funny at all. So, Fambolem, one more time, I saw Mr. Godman the bank phone. Money there for fire, that somebody, one grip of all over, you know, and play all that new song. I go for shock one because I got a new song to introduce. So, we meet today on the 20th of September, Club Nollywood. Mina Sokin and they say,
welcome back, viewers. Again, the number for call now 07903 233 737. If you're outside United Kingdom, the number is +44 79 03 233 737. And number for contact. Again, listeners, we don't get more comments at this forum. Before going any further, maybe host now, Mr. Sannoh. We give look at then comment here and see I will contribute to them. Mr. Sannoh, you want to pick one comment, say? I see somebody talking about the economy as the biggest challenge at the country. It's a Med Conte.
Yes, Med Conte, yes. Thank you very much. We want to see your comments where you say Arata na saw them Tarawali who no be ever know say Arata they name Tarawali. Thank you very much for that. And we also agree with you where you say the economy now one of the biggest challenges we're going at the country.
So what's the government? So what's you government? Because you're not a member of the SLPP, you're a strong member of the SLPP. What's in the SLPP government? They practically try to do for solve this economy. Because not only propaganda business we talk about, because now propaganda don't fail. You know, because the propaganda say
it fails.
It fail. Now propaganda don't fail. Now the propaganda don't turn against them. So this is about practicality. You know, on a more serious note, Mr. Sannoh, you know, I'm not saying I'm a good man, but the country will suffer.
Yeah, of course. I think something needs to be done, and it needs to be done really, really, really fast. You know, say every country, every economy, every society. The first thing is like color. The first thing we remember is food. When you grab the money, if you want to go hospital safe, if you want to go to office safe, if you want to go any side, the first priority in life is food. So we really got to try and look at the essentials then for the country. You understand? The daily living issues then in the country. You understand? Yeah. Food is crucial. Yeah. You understand? Things that we put in need. Food. You know, healthcare, education, security, and water and sanitation is something that has to be done. It's not something the government get for look at, because we know they continue. We know continue for the get this price hike. You know, looking at
the center can hold.
Yeah, no, it can.
Yeah,
I know.
No, what did you say? When the center can hold, things
fall apart. You understand? You know? So something has to be done, and it has to be done real quick. You understand? We can probably all know where they say a hungry man is an angry man.
Indeed.
You understand? You know they can't talk about to person if the person don't get food in belly. Most people in SALONE, African, and chop they want tea.
They want something.
Yeah, they want something. But the first thing they want is food.
And I tell you why people don't want food. And this now, you know, when you bank up, interesting. I tell you why people don't want food. Because the political class don't make people are so hungry. Yes. The only thing they think about survival, waiting they can them most for the next day. So they don't get time for things about progress. They don't get time for things, most don't get time for things about development, because they're struggling for daily living. That's like the expectation away the political class for the last 50 odd years where they don't put on people and the burden say you cannot excel. You know, what they for the local one bad grace election camp, do that 10,000 just and walk away. You know, so again, that's not one of the issues. Again, one of the comments will say, this scholar say, we get to take a closer look at both the fiscal and monetary policy. When I'm Mr. Mohamed Conte. And again, he say, President Bill, do a favor by overhauling your entire economic team. We got a person again, Mr. John Kano say.
Yes, that's not John Kano. Now, Mr. Kano be just calling it.
Okay.
Now I don't know what he means Mr. Kano be asking me, because this have been mandis.
Mr. John Kano, the SLPP government should stop the propaganda and focus on the bread and butter issues. We agree. Then Mr. Abdul Karim Tula say, stop guys, stop propping up corruption. With flourishing corrupt elites, the bread and butter issues will never be accomplished. Again, let it keep the comments coming. The number is 07903 233 737, or you can go on Facebook, Diaspora Voices, and join in the conversation. Again, Mr. Sannoh, you know, again for me, we talk about the security forces. Again, on the topic, we talk about reform of the security. We talk about the violence. What is the cause of it? You ask the question, what are the causes of this violence? What are the issues of this violence? Again, we want to listen and for them, and then contribute to what they really causes violence, because this violence is not generational violence.
Yes.
Don't just still begin.
Yes.
It don't begin from 1967. You know, APC SLPP. It's almost now it become regionalized, it become tribalized. You know, but all it does, it only serves the people of the country and the political class that they make. So they use the politics for divide the people. Then again, for me, the cause of violence of this. Wickedness and selfishness. Because of the violence, an unpatriotic bunch of people, the way they are the echelon of our society, where if you say they all it, you know, we can just act the way they act. And I'm saying this for the last 50 years. I'm not blaming this current government. It's like the norm for a politician for going to Sierra Leone into politics and for become arrogant and become a master. You know, the field of says like lords. As soon as they get into politics, as soon as they get the power, they act like lords and masters. Do you know, Sabi me like this minister, you Sabi me like this person. They are the parando. No, they are not the pars.
Yeah. Now who puts any?
They are servants of
the nation. Yeah, when I put it.
Now we they pay them. They work for us. They're answerable to us. In fact, they're not answerable to them. I'm not answerable to them. But they're answerable to me because they pay me. I mean, they pay them. Our taxes, our labor, then they pay them. Then they keep them there. From the president downwards to the police, the last person on the street. Now the people of Salone, then small money they get, then they pay them people in there. So they are servants of the people. But in this case, the servants have become the lords and masters over the paymasters. It's I never understand the situation.
Yes. And in addition to we see the talk also, Mr. McFoy, me also think say again, what thing they cause this electoral violence and Salone, like you say, is historical. Not today don't come from independence day up to now, they still happen at Salone. Like how they talk and they exploit to youth them. And the only way where they able to succeed for exploiting youth them, now for keep them ignorant. There's a political slogan that says, if you want to control people, make them ignorant. Yeah. So what they do is, they make people they ignorant. Then when election come, they come to them, give a small thing and misuse them. When election done, then turn away from them. Most of these people in politics, from inception and Salone, from independence and Salone, most of them they're not the Salone. When they're sick, they come at the best hospitals in the Western world. They say at the best universities in the Western world. But when bad things happen, now people picking they go take the streets, they give them money, they give them drugs, they give them alcohol, they give them pega pack, let's make they go cause trouble. Me advice to every youth in a Salone, not ever allow me any politician use you. We don't pass that stage there. You understand? We don't pass that stage there. Man, nobody not allow politician use them. When you say go to Redstone, tell and say go call you picking a second Redstone. Because at the end of the day, when the bad thing happen, we now be in the street, now when the police go fire. Now they will get lock. They don't pick it and not go there. They save lock in the day.
Yes. But they pay people.
Yes, but they pay when I say when I go before. You understand?
For serve
yes.
They yourself.
Yes, so they use you guys as human shields. Yeah. You understand? They exploit you now. This is something we need to put a stop to. We the user government know say the future of Australia belongs to us. Let us know the same rights when people they get to power, the same right when they get to authority, and that same right we all get. We must all born. You understand? The criteria to become a president in Sierra Leone is that you just have to read and write. You don't say you forget degree.
Exactly.
So anybody can be president.
Yeah.
As long as you work hard. So nobody, even no politician, no can use you. He give you money, he give you drugs. Because when you die, now your man they suffer. Now your family they suffer. So we need to put a stop to that. You don't need to go to school for know this. You can't know say any politician who can give you rum, we can tell you say go demonstrate for me. Now they use you because you don't hide it between them. Or you say beginning like England, America, Canada, American school, you go put on the street. Tomorrow work with scars can instead of not going there. Now they force to take flight for coming to Salone, and Salone are the only Salone will get. We don't go back to Salone come out. But no politician will ever use anybody for cause any wahala any side. It's not undone. It's not in the interest of the country. In order inside your interest, in order for the for the development of the country.
Mr. Sannoh, I absolutely agree with you on that point. Say, let the youth allow politicians to use them. But unfortunately, I don't defend the youth. But when I'm angry, you get a job for it. What's he going to do? So the best way for fix this. Now forget government where they create an enabling environment for the people to succeed.
Sure.
And we people get stake in a society. Because when you get stake in a society, you don't want to destroy that society. When you get something for contribute, when you get something where they gain from the society, you don't want to destroy them because now you said you destroy. The reason why you get responsibility is because say if you damage your host, you don't get time for sleep at night. You don't go damage them.
Of course.
So the same thing applies to a country. If the political class create the enabling environment for letting people succeed, create the conducive and not they act so arrogantly as to think they will last in power forever. So they will do whatever they choose to do. Youth unemployment. youth underdevelopment or economic underdevelopment, lack of economic performance, then now major cause of violence. It breeds the environment, it breeds the tools for carrying out this violence. That is what it does. So any government, as a people, as a nation, if one tackle and they will give for tackle unemployment,
Sure.
you give for tackle lack of ambition,
Youth
you give for
empowerment.
tackle not just youth empowerment, this is national empowerment. You have to tackle the child issue, you have to tackle female issues, you have to tackle education, you have to tackle teenage pregnancy, you have to tackle early marriages, you have to tackle sexual violence against boys and against girls.
Yes.
Because sexual violence is on both sides.
Of course.
You know, boys do suffer a lot of sexual violence, but we don't talk about that. So
Yes.
we have to target them, we have to target physical abuse within the family, we have to target emotional abuse. We get for able for that, but government get for coming and creating that environment. But how can this government do it? Would they seem for justify political opponents? You're losing focus. They're losing focus. Keep an eye on the ball. The ball is 7.3 million people. The ball is the Republic of Sierra Leone. You know, there's something funny about this SALONE and the government and the executive branch. Now, one of the things that we'll get with the executive branch is a constitution, the 1991 constitution. You know, and for me, the buck stops at the top. It comes back to the president. The president then get the ultimate power in SALONE. You know, and as Korma, through UQ business, we don't give any future president something we no future president forget. Supreme executive authority. We make him say anything we say. Now wait till an F court. Anything we say at the law. Supreme executive authority backed by our judiciary, our Supreme Court. Say the president now in the act, because not defender of the constitution, as the first gentleman, anything we do, say for defender of the constitution day, then right. Now, why we can cancel this talk here? The president then get right for hire and fire ministers, not so. The president get right for the hire and fire judges, not so. The president hire and fire parastatal directors, not so. Okay. Now, the 1991 constitution, what do you do for we? What do you do for any person as alone? It was written, yes, for a dictatorial regime. Yes. In 1991, the APC in power, GS Momo. That constitution was written because APC been believe, say, I firmly believe that, say, then they come back in power. And they write the constitution for give the power where that president will get as a dictator on a
absolute power.
Absolute power and indeed. But the framers of that constitution, they were short-sighted. Because what they thought was they were going to be in power forever. They don't even think they're going to die. They think they were immortal.
Yes, they're going to live forever.
You know, they think they're going to live forever. So they create so much power at the executive arm that eschew proper democratic governance. You know, so President Bio blessed, yes, with a constitution where dictatorial, where give the executive so much power, it is beyond belief.
Which is nothing of his making.
Which is nothing of his making. And that's why I use the word blessed.
I know.
And guess what? If he wants to have a legacy and leave a mark as a good president in Sierra Leone, that is something he has within his grasp.
To review.
That just not to review the powers he's currently got.
To manage well.
To manage and deliver something good for the people of Sierra Leone. Because the constitution gives him so much power, he can, if he wants to, single-handedly enact laws that will transform the lives of the people of Sierra Leone automatically. Not to use it to harm political opponents, not to use it to empower or enrich himself, but those powers are so blessed in his hands currently. If he uses them wisely, he will transform a nation with a single executive order. With series of executive orders. Because that is what the Constitution gives him. It gives him the power to create and make executive orders. He can transform the lives of young people in that country. He can transform the lives of girls in that country. He can transform the lives of pensioners in that country. He can transform our healthcare system. He can transform our education system with executive orders. Even though I think the 1991 Constitution is obsolete, it must be reviewed, it must be torn apart, and a new constitution must come in place that has a better democratic credentials, that spreads the power and separates the arms of government and become a proper democracy that will serve the interests, not of political masters, but with people then.
Yeah.
Because democracy is for the people, by the people, and of the people.
I tell you, that constitution was designed with the political masters at heart.
Yes, the then political masters.
Yes, the then political masters.
And keeping the status quo.
Yes, and keep it. Yes, they don't do them. They don't do them for the interest of the people of Sierra Leone.
They did it to
hold on to power.
The amount of power that's concentrated within the executive. It was created to give the executive ultimate power, the dictatorial power that he has. Okay, now other presidents don't use them for their own bad. They use them for enrich themselves. They use them for gain political advantage. I am saying to President Bill, use it because it confers a lot of power on you. Use it to transform the lives of Sierra Leoneans.
Yes. For example, the bank governor don't put a statement say it's not illegal to use dollar as a legal tendency in a salon, isn't it?
Yes.
Is that enforceable?
Well, that will left with the security forces then. But again, the idea of putting ban on dollar, yes, I agree. But then, what there's a ripple effect to that. We have a country where unemployment high. These dollar boys are employed in the black market.
In the black market,
they're employed in that sector. How many hundreds of thousands of people do employ in that black market? It's a lot.
No.
So it's a lot. So if you're going to kill that trade, kill it, but give them a chance to form bureaus. Give them a chance to form organizations where they'll go and register legally and then control that market. Because once you stop it, what you're doing is you're taking employment away from people there who you're not able to replace. What that does, it brings theft, it brings frustration, it brings anger, and it leaves people in a position. So I agree with the policy. The policy is absolutely right. But then in implementing that policy, then therefore think about what are the negative aspects of that policy and then mitigate towards that. You know, so that is where probably the enforcement will fail because that man goes bargain for it too.
But an officer at the market is the kill. An officer the police at the market is the market.
Nobody's allowed to sell that market. The statement that comes out, you're not allowed to sell that market.
Oh,
those
okay.
You have to go through bureaus.
Registered bureaus.
You know, and then they get for giving the daily submission to the Bank of Sierra Leone. Daily submission. Every day, end of the day, they get for giving submissions to the Bank of Sierra Leone. Very stringent rules, very stringent measures. But then where does it leave the people on the ground who then they get them 15,000, 20,000 a day from the dollar trade?
The boys are going to go on the ground. It's even going to become blacker and darker.
It's going to become blacker and darker. Even though they meant well, but it is a reactionary rather than a proactive stance. It is a reactionary. And when they react to something, most of the time, you didn't really think about consequences. You're just reacting. And I think the law was a reactive law rather than a well thought out process. Because if you think about the well thought out process, if you don't think about the welfare of them people, I hate the black market, but guess what? It creates employment and jobs for a lot of people, and it puts food on people's table.
And it makes foreign currency accessible as well.
Exactly, it puts food on people's table there. Most banks, the way they go, if not Sabi, you know to this, you know to minister,
you know to this,
they need foreign currency.
No, they can't. Yeah.
That's where, so the people who receive this training, and the ordinary man, they go get currency. Unless the Bank of Sierra Leone today decides to say, okay, at the bottom of the Bank of Sierra Leone, we're going to stop issuing dollars to these banks because we are going to issue to every single cent $1. And all you need for doing that for tell what you want to do with dollar. And force down the price of dollar.
Nice.
They can do that. Force down the price of dollar and create the enforcement. So the man they sell on the street, you can sell on the street or you sell at the bank rate.
Yes, sell at the bank rate, yeah. You
sell at the rate of the bank while they say, if you don't sell at the rate of the bank, we arrest you at $5,000 fine. Or 12 months imprisonment.
Of course.
When you don't do that to 5, 6, 7 people, then they will come in line. But a blanket ban, what you're doing, you understand, say, there's employment issues relating to this.
Yes, sure.
And when you take away people the employment, go to one game. For every one direct employment you take, you're killing 6 indirect employment.
Yes.
That man will sell pepper. That man will sell akara. That man will sell fish. That power they sell the water. They man will buy that and it's not good again. Who will they sell to? These are the small economies we talk about.
Yes, small yes. These are the small things.
These are the practical issues. I know the economics.
Yes.
These are the
practical issues.
Practical things that we will face. When you ban one sector, you kill that sector, you kill other sectors.
There's something because there's a spillover effect.
Exactly. So look, just take it that way. Look at the mines. London mining, African Union, they used to employ a lot of people. Maybe between the two, 4,000 people. Direct employment amongst the two. But they created over 40,000 employment just by that.
Yes.
Because the indirect employment, the suppliers, the haulers, the builders, the this, the that, the washers, the cleaners, the this, the that. They employed so many more people within that sector.
Yes, and the family is connected to the main employees.
To those main employees.
Yes,
so they put in bread. So when you look at that, maybe they created 150,000 jobs.
Of course.
They created livelihood for 150,000 people to eat. They've gone. Dollar boys are across the country that almost maybe 4,000-5,000. But most employment they create across the country.
How many homes they look after?
How many homes they look after? So you're creating effect. So when you take that away, what are you putting in place? Are you sending them to a job center? Now job center is sending them for okay, now go register. Okay for now. You don't build farm there where you say there's 2,000 acres of farm there. Oh, we need somebody for go manage our family. We need somebody for go trust supervisor. We need somebody for go. We go retrain you. Jobs are already available. No. So policy is good, intention is good, the thinking with the is good, but it's not a well thought out policy. The effects and the spillovers, I don't think they thought about it. So no.
Yeah, no.
I'm not an economist.
No, me too. But yeah, now see what they get for think. Like I'm what you say. Most of them dollar boys them we gonna SALONE. They know for they do that if but come on they do that if they get what that thing for do. So that is their lifeline. So if any government policy get kind in place, would they pull them away from what they do now? They will need to give them something for replace that, something productive. Yeah. You understand? I think there should be a better way. I agree with you. There should be a better way of doing this. Government for regulate the market. Maybe they come together, 1, 2, 3 of them, get a bureau. There's a way of doing it. But for put a blanket ban, I agree. Say the thing with me I agree with. This whole thing say we don't forget dollar as a league attendant as SALONE.
Absolutely.
Now, in fact, that thing we don't make, for example, in SALONE now, but people don't able to afford rent because small buffers say you go for rent and put it on. They say $500, $1,000, $5,000. So this dollar business, it don't seriously affect we standard of living. Yeah. People can also then they say I see one more to kind of WhatsApp. What about they say that 1990 something RAV4. It's a $5,000. I say they free for sure. How much of $5,000 SALONEs? That's 50 million you're talking about. Whether they go by that for so where they say 5,000, they minimize how much then they want SALONEs.
How much can they weigh ship and go SALONE? Where you was actually almost $1 million you say they charge you for that.
Exactly, that's the other thing again.
So that man is at 50 million. If you don't go pay expenses, they'll take you for 20 million.
No, if they don't get on deal,
you don't ship them. You don't ship them for nearly 12-13 million, or 15 million, or 12 million. You don't ship them. You don't go pay another 15, 60 million, or 30 million.
Yeah, sure. That's true.
5 million. So when you charge, how you get for charge? You get for charge in a way we commensurate to what you buy. Otherwise, you lose.
Yeah.
We live on business. I get a friend with a haulage business they do. He's bleeding money. When you go at a kid now, wow. Charges on this slap at you. It's unbelievable.
It's insane.
Everybody's complaining. So things are difficult, Mr. Sannoh. But again, viewers, we want to say thank you for everybody who don't listen to the program today. And whether we contribute to the program in the comments there, thank you. Now keep the comments there alive. Diaspora voices they are every day, every different program on Facebook. So now for check Diaspora voices out. If you not a member, go and like the page Diaspora Voices on Facebook. Again, every day Diaspora Voices get programs. And again, we thank you, Mr. Sannoh. But what I want to say, I just want to give me 1 minute something before I give Mr. Sannoh a chance, or you want to go before give a summary?
No, wait. Okay. Family, una feel free for the engage. This is not. We know say we all get different political views, but we want to make sure that Diaspora Voices is as civil as possible. Let we all feel free for can on board. when we can contribute, let's try to be civil and just contribute, because we are all Sierra Leoneans. Like we can always say, we only have one Sierra Leone. So every topic we bring on, we want to make sure that we discuss burning and sensitive issues then, where they either make a country go before, or when a factor where they make a country become stagnated. So anybody will get involved, make sure they come up with a meaningful and productive contribution. We not get time. We really want for try for make sure say this program remains civil. We are here every 2 weeks. So the next time we'll be on air on the 16th of September at the same time. We're not going for there next Monday, but the following Monday, which is the 16th of September, we will stay there. So now feel free for come on board and contribute. We are always here, and we value your contribution. We value your views. Feel free. This is Inside Salone.
Again, thank you, viewers. My advice not to people in Salone. Again, from the authorities, Mr. IG, you get job for do. Your job and for protect life and property of the people of Sierra Leone. I think say you police officers then and the members of the security force will be there that day, they let you down and they let you police force down. So at the look for let you take leadership and let you discipline the officers and let you take this further. So Mfali, the chairman of NEC, I think say we do an incompetent job in constituency 110. Una decision was wrong, I believe. You know, I don't know if I agree with you or don't know if I agree with me, but I personally believe my decision was wrong for council election day. I believe we can get precedent for allow the election result for stand as it is and end the saga. But in a cancellation, the fifth of said we country gets serious economic situation. We get serious economic problems. Now that they expect for get money again from the state for we run this election. That Monday for don't go to school. That Monday for don't go to hospital. That Monday for don't go for do other better things for people there. But because we are incompetently run this election, we are incompetently make a decision, we will not consider the factors then. You know, there was one police station with damaged boxes. 93% according to NA verified. You should have declared election. You had a precedent in 2007 for follow from Christina Top, where it cancelled Kailau. And it declared APC winner of 2007 election. Why? Because Christian Top professional understand say if it cancel the whole country, it could be serious problem on the country. It could bring an economic burden. So law na law. It don't mean say how big or how small the place they. It means when it don't set a standard in law na precedence, now you get for falla because you get sound footing for further precedence there. You know, so I don't understand why we don't make a decision for annul just that polling station and did the result. So what thing they happen next time? It serves as a deterrent. If the members of a political party within governance one day they know say if I was strong to go destroy so we lost election. That serves as it's policy, it's public policy, and it just makes sense. It just makes real sense for them to cancel that police station and not declare the result. Whoever win, another win. When an APC win, an SAPP win, an KMC, an FYJ win, it doesn't matter. But there was a winner. You should have declared the winner and forget about this. So next time, the one day we want to go cause violence because the fiscal party lost, they will learn the lesson. But by doing that, you woefully fail the nation and you woefully fail the people of constituency 110. And to my president, this is happening under your watch. It is your legacy. Those around you will let you for tell you say, Mr. President, when you do this, it is stain your character. When this left by you, it is stain your presidency. With violence, with death under your presidency, under your stewardship, under your control. And like any manager who manage a company, if you will go for a broken foot, he die. Whether the manager did or not, then they blame say that because you don't put the standards in place, that make that person go die. It's the same thing as running the government. It's the same thing as running the country. Mr. President, I care about you and I care about your legacy. Begin think to yourself and ask yourself questions. Then people are going to give me what they're supposed to give me, or this how they go on. If na me own picking happen to, na me own welfare happen to, na me own family happen to, how will that impact me and govern as a human being? Don't govern as a president. Govern as a father. Govern as a husband. Govern as a son. Govern as an uncle. Not govern as a president, because the issue is when you govern as a president, you become detached from society. Govern as a human being and you will secure a legacy. Thank you, Mr. President. Again, I want to congratulate DJ Little, DJ Ish on the 5K run yesterday, and I want to congratulate all my way participate. And before don't come out to, but DJ Little and the Diaspora Voices no say the food inside cast. I go do one thing I not supposed to do. I broke my toes, so I never participate. Because I go win that race day and tell DJ Little to say I am super fit.
Yes.
You know, because you can me say I look like how fit you dey. I just want to say I am super fit. You know, I could do 5K run. But by God in power next year, you see, they even bluff me with him.
Medal.
With the medal, with the 5K medal. You know, I mean, for the win this race. You know, again, thank you, Diaspora Voices, for hosting us. Thank you for bringing this show alive. Again, this time you station Diaspora Voices and for giving support. We now get that for make, we can Diaspora Voices. We now get contribution for can get no promoter. This is salon business. Now we there. This will serve we, it will serve the community. So let's support whatever DJ Little is doing, DJ East and Diaspora Voices team.
Yeah.
And again, God bless Salone, God bless with people them. And good evening.
Good evening, guys. Till we see you again. We see you on the 16th. Tata and good night to everyone.
Good night,
have a lovely night.
Thank you.
Tata.
Bye.
Yeah. It is and the heart of everybody. They know they are in that way.
How for do? La chila. Famulem. Una camo. Yeah. On the west coast of Africa, this is Sierra Leone. Padina Yasona Salone. Yes, Ayejo. All mango, all my kind. Slay queen taking college fee, gapo by megaphone. Elite case your Congo side, you the charming name, you don't even know you own. This is Sierra Leone. Go they enjoy the Bonomo. Mr. Degree, don't say employment commit to you. Feel send a sonomo. If you able to turn you 2 to 3, now do one, see don't send a phone no more. Christmas shopping, not put 2 big attire, see don't say pass the one with the son no more. Pana, we all in a salon. You sure say now you own. I get me correspondence over corner. Oh yes, see they on the phone. Now government give me the license, but shows me the land on me own. Yeah. We don't pay another 800 carriers, but we don't know yet if I die on a stone. Now your son a salon. Light on go, light on car. Me Bob Marley man and not busy and feast and a spark if you all say light on car. You, next also for picking. But and see you my man a young girl. It go burn other one in the meantime. Now for follow the yoga. Suku. That's on a salon. Una open a kakeze listen. Una wale a talk, but we problem go come. Una no go be seen. Yes, I yes on a salon. Send you to cut in skin a 2-way. You been for go down to Sule, but range go by leaks make you tap to Amures. Now yes on a salon. Sexe men and not police saga. By the time you mara, you carry a don't turn to bread and akara. Social media relatives and Matilla Bonnie, but me WhatsApp my man a hour. You and all man a close friend. Now you know the Sifono guy. This is Sierra Leone. Pekito the best like a cannibal. Man and go there like carnival. Points of correction, dragon also animal. Now yes on a salon. In a no hear it. Underground rapper no biggie get big as come up before me, you know hear it. Red lorry, green lorry. Red lorry, green lorry. Yellow lorry, red lorry, green lorry. Yellow lorry, red lorry, green lorry. Like yes on a salon. Ayejo. All my car, all my going on. Repeat, I am on a salon. Ayejo. All my go, all my kind on. Look, like you're on a salon. But couldn't in the penis. I the turn for talk about Ebola. That one then a bonus. But what's happened to all the couple of them where we get from the donors? You see her like you own, I see her like me own, then just they see her like them donuts. Shama. Now yes on a salon, I'm 40, me footballer aging at 25. It's a goal. Since 1994 for nothing, Leons don't not qualify.
Some charity organization then, now for you. Some charity organization then, now for you to people money, no more they sabi. They know they give no help to people down at the wall. But then charity, then left to God. Well, the real charity organization will always they support them, picking them what they need, what they support people them all over West Africa, not them medical speak and spoke a light to the world. And that tell everybody that why I boku thing they don't do. They don't build school. Now plenty Africa country them. And more especially now West Africa. Liberia, Guinea-Bissau. It's go Gambia. They don't build it, including Sierra Leone. And they don't help boku people them. For let themselves no say, the charity organization we see them based in the UK, so not up a lie. Then they pull your money, contributing for help people them, not Africa. And not to no other charity organization, no Bamioma organization. Bamioma organization, the slogan says, together we can make it happen. And they don't make it happen, well, now they get them dinner, where they take place right inside UK, that's in London, England, yes, inside British. So now already, Bamioma charity organization, they have vulnerable children there. And on 14 September this year, 2019, then dinner will take place right inside UK. Now, River of Life Center inside UK. So that great. Mr. Africa for that day, for sure, and I said this charity organization mean a vulnerable big man, adults, picking children. So they will all support them. 14 September inside UK, River of Life, where Bamioma Association, one a charity organization, they bring come this sweet dinner and celebrate for the fauna. Well, now look up some of the things them what Bamioma charity organization don't do. Well, any information what you want now, you can contact them people here. Prince Koroma, Kalawa Ture, Abdul Ture, and Madam Kadi Koroma. Bamioma organization. Bamioma organization. Together we can make it happen.
The Lancashire Union UK, Look, proudly presents Just Dance. Look, Me, Are, Look, You, Volume 2. Saturday, 26th of October 2019. UK, Look, proudly presents Just Dance. Look, Me, Are, Look, You, Volume 2. Saturday, 26th of October 2019 at JK Banquet Hall, Forest Hill, London, SE23 2NE. Doors open 8 PM. Fee £25 flat. Music by DJ Little & Co. Come and support Look for the betterment of the Lansar community in the area of education, health, art and culture. For info, call 0783 765 6229
money with the one, that's all them say. Me know they jump for me, you know way. Papa just say, anytime I catch up, now holiday, now holiday. So now forgive me the pay. I want enjoy me holiday, Alright, I'm Slim G, I leave your melody. I saw we hustling, body do no more than me. For this same money thing, boku them a funny me. All kind of one name, I saw them a calling me. So, me big up all the hustlers in the streets where they find it difficult for getting for easier. It not easier. Some not even get side for sleep. I tell what they say, pray you baba day. They said they go sabi usai the money day. Yeah, me not go the wrong way. I just believe say me I must sabi day. Man them day still lay also for the paper. No the joke, no the bluff offend the paper. I say we day still lay also for the money. Money make we brother man turn me wake up on the tax sleep no day. How we dey hustle for the paper every day. Money with the wall, I saw them say. Me know they joke for me, oh no way. Papa just say, anytime I catch up now holiday. So now forgive me the pay. I want enjoy the holiday, the holiday.
If you having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but a car rank 1. Wheels for sure, got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wheels for sure, car leasing for every credit score.